Here is an account of Esau's descendants. His nation is known as Edom. Esau had taken his wives from the Canaanites: Ada, daughter of Elon the Hittite; Oholibamah, daughter of Anah, granddaughter of Zibeon the Hivite; and Basemath, Ishmael's daughter and Nebaioth's sister. Ada gave birth to Eliphaz. Basemath gave birth to Ruel. Oholibamah gave birth to Jeush, Jalam, and Korah. All of these were Esau's sons, born in the land of Canaan. Esau took his wives, sons, daughters, all of the members of his household, his cattle, his livestock, and all of the property he had acquired while living in Canaan, and he moved to a land some distance from his brother Jacob. Since they were too wealthy to live close proximity, that is, the land couldn't support both their vast numbers of livestock, Esau settled in the hill country of Seir. Esau is also known as Edom. Here is an account of Esau's descendants. He was founding father of the Edomites, a people who lived in the hill country of Seir. Esau's sons were Eliphaz, son of his wife Ada, and Ruel, son of his wife Basemath. Eliphaz's sons were Teman, Omar, Zepho, Gatam, and Kenaz. Timnah was a concubine of Eliphaz, Esau's son, and she gave birth to Amalek. These were the grandsons of Ada, Esau's first wife. Ruel's sons were Nahath, Zerah, Shammah, and Mizah. These were the grandsons of Basemath, Esau's wife. These were the sons of Esau's wife, Oholibamah, daughter of Anah, Zibeon's granddaughter: Jeush, Jalam, and Korah. As the number of Esau's descendants grows, they settle into different tribes. Each tribe has its own leader. These are the chiefs among Esau's descendants. From the sons of Eliphaz, Esau's firstborn, were Teman, Omar, Zepho, Kenaz, Korah, Gatam, and Amalek. These grandsons of Ada became tribal leaders in the land of Edom. From the sons of Ruel, Esau's sons were Nahath, Zerah, Shammah, and Mizah. These grandsons of Basemath, Esau's wife, became tribal leaders in the land of Edom. From the sons of Oholibamah, Esau's wife and Anah's daughter, were Jeush, Jalam, and Korah. They became tribal leaders. These were the tribes and tribal chiefs descended from Esau, who was also known as Edom. The sons of Seir the Horite, who had also inhabited the land, were Lotan, Shobal, Zibeon, Anah, Dishon, Elizur, and Dishan. They became the tribal chiefs of the Horites, who were the sons of Seir in the lands of Edom. The sons of Lotan were Hori, Hemam, and Lotan's sister Timnah. The sons of Shobal were Alvan, Manath, Ebal, Shepho, and Onam. The sons of Zibeon were Aya and Anah. This is the same Anah who found the hot springs in the wilderness as he was pasturing his father Zibeon's donkeys. The children of Anah were Dishon and Oholibamah, Anah's daughter. The sons of Dishon were Heman, Eshban, Ifan, and Cheran. The sons of Ezer were Bilhan, Zavan, and Akan. The sons of Dishan were Uz and Aran. These descendants of the Horites were the tribal chiefs of their respective tribes in the land of Seir: Lotan, Shobal, Zibeon, Anah, Dishon, Ezer, and Dishan. These were kings who reigned in the land of Edom long before any king ruled over the Israelites. Bela, Beor's son, ruled in Edom from his city in Dinhabah. Bela died. Then Jobab, son of Zerah, son of Bozah, succeeded him as king. Jobab died, and Husham from the land of the Temanites succeeded him as king. Husham died. Then Hadad, Ben-Hadad's son, who defeated Midian in the country of Moab, succeeded him and ruled from his city Avith. Hadad died, and Shamlah of Maresca succeeded him as king. Samlah died. Then Shaul of Rehoboth on the Euphrates River succeeded him as king. Shaul died, and then Baal-Hanan, Akbor's son, succeeded him as king. Baal-Hanan Akbor's son, died. Then Hadar succeeded him and ruled from his city Pau. His wife's name was Mehatabel, daughter of Matted, daughter of Mezab. These are the names of the tribal chiefs among Esau's descendants, according to their families and where they lived: Timnah, Alva, Japheth, Oholibamah, Elah, Pinon, Kenaz, Teman, Mibzar, Magdiel, and Iram. These were the tribal chiefs of Edom, who is also known as Esau, the father of the Edomites, according to the land they owned and where they settled. God's promises are not exclusive. As Isaac's son Esau becomes great in the land of Seir, they go to the south and the east of the Dead Sea. He has sons and daughters, many of whom go on to become tribal chiefs and influential leaders among the people known as the Edomites. But the story now returns to Jacob, for he has a special place in God's plan. Jacob ended up settling in the land where his father had lived as a foreigner for many years, in the land of Canaan. Here now is the story of Jacob and his family. Joseph, when he was a young man of 17, often shepherded the flocks along with his brothers. One day, as he was with Bilhah and Zilpah's sons, his half-brothers, he decided to report back to their father about things they were doing wrong. Now Israel loved Joseph more than any of his other children, because he came along when he was an old man. So Israel presented Joseph with a special robe he had made for him, a spectacularly beautiful robe with long sleeves in it. When his brothers saw that their father loved him more than the rest, they grew to hate him, and couldn't find it in themselves to speak to him without resentment or argument. One day Joseph had a dream. When he told them the dream to his brothers, they hated him even more. Joseph: "Please listen to this dream I had. There we were, binding sheaves in a field. Suddenly my sheaf rose and stood up, and then all your sheaves gathered round it and bowed down to my sheaf." Joseph's brothers, annoyed: "Are you serious? You think you are somehow destined to reign over us? You think you are going to be our king?" This dream, and what he told them about it, made them hate him even more. But Joseph had another dream, and he made the mistake of telling them about his dream too. Joseph: "Listen, I've had another dream. I saw the sun, the moon, and 11 stars bowing down to me." When he told this dream to his father and brothers, even his father scolded him. Israel: "What kind of dream is this? Do you actually think your mother and I and brothers are going to bow down before you?" Joseph's brothers had become extremely jealous of him, but his father, though he scolded Joseph, kept this dream in the back of his mind. About this time, Joseph's brothers went north toward Shechem in search of better pasture than their father's flocks. Israel to Joseph: "Aren't your brothers pasturing the flock at Shechem? Come on then, I will send you out to them to see how they are doing." Joseph: "I'm ready, father." Israel: "Get along then. See if they're doing all right, and make sure the flocks are well. When you get back, give me a report." With that, Israel sent Joseph out of the valley of Hebron. When he came to the area around Shechem, a man found him wandering about a field. The man asked him what he was looking for. Joseph: "I'm looking for my brothers. Please tell me where they are pasturing our flock." Man: "They've already gone. I heard them say they're going to Dothan." So Joseph hurried off and followed his brothers to Dothan. They saw him coming, even though he was still a long way off. Before he was near enough to hear them, they conspired to kill him. Joseph's brothers are tired of his arrogant pretense. Each and every one of them has a bill of complaint against Joseph. Joseph's brothers to each other: "Oh, here comes that great dreamer. Let's kill him and throw his body into one of the pits." Then we can tell everyone a wild animal killed and devoured him. We'll see what becomes of his stupid dreams." When Reuben heard the plan, he tried to help Joseph. "Reuben, let's not kill him. We don't need to shed any blood to be free of him. Let's just toss him in some pit here in the wilderness. We don't need to lay a hand on him." Reuben thought perhaps he could secretly come back later and get Joseph out of the pit and take him home to their father before any harm could come to him. The brothers agreed. When Joseph arrived, they ripped his robe off him, the fancy colourful robe he always wore that his father had made for him, and they threw him into the pit. Now this pit happened to be an empty cistern. There was no water in it. They sat down to eat. Soon they looked up and saw a caravan of Ishmaelite traders approaching from Gilead. Their camels were loaded with gum, balm, and fragrant resin, and they were on their way down to Egypt with their goods. Judah to his brothers, "What will it profit us if we just kill our brother and conceal the crime? Come on, let's sell him to the Ishmaelites instead. We won't have to lay a hand on him. He is, after all, our brother, our own flesh and blood." All the brothers agreed. As the Midianite traders were passing by, they brought Joseph up out of the pit and sold him to the Ishmaelites for about 8 ounces of silver, the usual price of young male slaves. The traders set off with Joseph in the direction of Egypt. Now Reuben had not been around while the caravan came by, so when Reuben came back to the cistern later and saw that Joseph wasn't there, he tore his clothing in agony and despair. He went back to his brothers. "The boy is gone. What do I do now? What am I supposed to tell father?" As the oldest, Reuben is responsible for what happens to Joseph. Does he dare go home and face his father? After sleeping with his father's concubine, he has little chance now of being confirmed as Israel's firstborn. The brothers took Joseph's fancy colourful robe, slaughtered a male goat and dipped it in the blood. Then they took the special robe to their father, Joseph's brothers. "We found this, father. Tell us if you think this is Joseph's robe." Israel, recognizing the robe, "This is my son's robe. A wild animal must have killed and eaten him. Joseph is without a doubt torn to shreds." Then Jacob wailed in agony and tore his clothes with the depth of emotional pain only a father could feel upon losing a child. He dressed in sackcloth and mourned his son for a long time. All his sons and daughters tried to comfort him, but he refused to be comforted. Israel, "No, I will go to the grave grieving for my son." Israel is inconsolable. His grief over his son transcends even death itself. This is how deeply Joseph's father grieved for him. Meanwhile, the Midianites arrive in Egypt and sold Joseph to Potiphar, one of Pharaoh's officers and the captain of the guard.